rewards are literally, it's not the money that I earn, or it's the reviews that I get, to be honest with you. Like once everybody is eating my food, yeah, I mean, they have paid for it, but like, you know, when someone truly appreciates your food, it gives you a different vibe, you know, like because your family doesn't really want to hurt you. Like they're just going to be like, even if you make like shit food, like they're just going to be, oh, it's so perfect, right? And like someone who's going to pay for the meal, they expect, you know, top notch kind of thing. And when you know that you've delivered that, and a client like, you know, messages back to you, but like, dude, like today's meal was like fire, right? And that just gives you a whole new vibe. Like it just brings you to cloud nine.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? You're now watching Kinetic Outcome, and we are with Akash D.
Thank you so much for having me here, man.
Yeah, I still haven't introduced, so let's continue to that part. So Delhi Club, right?
Yep.
So you guys want to eat some Indian cuisine, look for Delhi Club. He is running the place. He's the owner / manager. But also our main topic for today is 𝙗𝙗𝙙𝙗𝙗, right? So
Yep.
let's elaborate a little bit more on that.
So I'm Akash D, and I'm the owner, CEO of 𝙗𝙗𝙙𝙗𝙗. It's a progressive meal prep company in Hong Kong. We basically make healthy meals 5 days a week for you guys to eat, and we have 3 different types of food that we can do: vegetarian, high protein, and wellness, according to your calories and your macros.
Okay, that sounds really deep, but sounds like you would be able to help people who want to get buffed.
Practically, yeah.
And lean.
Practically.
Yeah. Okay. So I just want to get in depth to that because you're helping with the family business, right?
That's
so
right.
What triggered that aha moment to start this thing?
So yeah, I mean, I have throughout my life, like the restaurant has been open since 30-something years, right? So when I was young, you know, like 6 or 7, my dad used to like, you know, take me to the restaurant while he's working, and I'm you know, sitting on the chair, just looking around and everything. So like people used to come in and like eat the food and literally be so happy, you know, after they leave. And I was like, because like the chef and the food was so good, and I was like, and that kind of like triggered me, like where I was like, you know, you can cook something and you can make people happy, and on top it's like you can make money off that. So that's like, you know, the cherry on the cake, right? That you make someone happy, you cook, and you earn money. You know, and that kind of like triggered my own cooking, that I really wanted to get into cooking and literally, you know, make people happy.
Okay. And that was while you were working in a restaurant? I was talking about like that aha moment for 𝙗𝙗𝙙𝙗𝙗.
I mean, 𝙗𝙗𝙙𝙗𝙗 sort of came after my culinary studies. I saw my sister, she actually works, you know, in a corporate world. So she had a whole little, she wanted to be, you know, healthy, and she had that sort of thought process, you know, that she wants to be more healthy and, you know, start working out and stuff like that, you know, take better care of her health. So she joined the gyms and everything, and she actually subscribed to one of this, you know, other meal prep companies, right? And I would see day after day that, you know, whenever she would come home, her lunch is like half eaten and her dinner is not even like, you know, it's not even eaten, right? And I let like a couple of weeks, couple of months pass by, and I'm just like, and literally I just walked into my sister one day and I was like, hey, how much are you paying, you know, this certain company, right? And she was like, a certain amount, right? And I was like, why don't you do this? Why don't you pay me that amount, and I can cook for you every morning, right? The same thing, whatever you're having, according to your calorie needs. And that's where initially, you know, 𝙗𝙗𝙙𝙗 literally started, because I was like, look, if she's one of the clients who needs it, clearly there's going to be other people who are looking for this kind of need, right? And what 𝙗𝙗𝙙𝙗 is special about is we don't freeze our meals. There's no frozen products that we use. Everything is freshly hand-picked, chosen literally by me. I go shopping the day before and the food is cooked the morning at 4 or 5 in the morning, and then delivered to you, like for you to eat. And the food's good to eat for 24 hours if, obviously stored, properly. Otherwise, with the Hong Kong's heat and humidity, you never know.
Okay. So what was your sister's reaction to the first meal you ever cooked? Did she have that, oh my God, this is so good? Like
she's literally like my biggest asset and fan as well. Like she like, if it wasn't for her, like she's been the biggest supporter in the business. Like she always advertises my meals, and actually a lot of my clients are actually because of her, because she's like so good at spreading the word and stuff like that. So like she just loves the meals. Like if I'm not cooking, she's not eating.
Okay. So that's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
So that means the last one she subscribed to was...
Yeah, it was okay.
All right.
I mean, like even I tried that food, and like, I mean, no disrespect, but like, we work like in corporate world, people like, they have their hard-earned money, right? And if you're blowing away a certain percentage of your cash, like on food especially, right? And people like look forward to food, like they look forward, like in school, my favorite subject was lunchtime. I used to look forward to like what my mom made for me, right? And people are like, if people are going to spend like a portion of their hard-earned cash into food, they deserve a good meal, not some frozen raw vegetables with boiled chicken. Like I can boil chicken for like less than $20, but like if you're gonna take a certain percentage of something, they deserve seasoned well, at least an edible meal.
I'd like to say orgasm, like dopamine hit.
Dopamine, exactly.
Yeah. Because anyway, each meal is like ranging 60 to 100 Hong Kong, so might as well go for the good one.
Exactly.
Yeah, and hard-earned money. So for the next question, it's about your journey building this. Like, what are the rewarding parts and what's the hard areas, let's say your challenges?
I mean, building any business is going to be, it's not a walk-in, it's not a walk-in
How
Disney.
is it for your journey?
It's been tough. It's been really, really tough, but like it's one day at a time, right? And you can either take it two ways. Like for me, I am enjoying the process. Some days, obviously, there are bad days, when I'm all like, sad and like not at 100%, because, when things don't go your way, it's like, it's completely chaotic, right? But it is beautiful in a sense where like I get to do what I want to do. So I don't have to report to anybody. I don't have a boss necessarily telling me like, there's like, my creativity is from the sky to back, like I don't have to stop at anything. Literally if I have a dish that I have in my mind and I want to put it on a plate, there's nobody gonna tell me, that
you can't
do this.
It's not part of the menu.
Exactly. Or we don't have ingredients for it, or we don't have the budget for it, right? And I've got 3 guinea pigs at home, my 3 sisters. So like literally I walk in and be like, hey, I made this dish.
I literally thought guinea pigs, sorry.
I walk in and I'm like, hey, I made this dish, and like sometimes they can't stop eating it, sometimes it's that good. Sometimes I do get the shit like, like what the fuck did you just cook, So it is a building block. I mean, we're getting there. We're nowhere like, we're just a small startup at the moment, but I am following the passion of me, cooking. So yeah, I mean, let's see where it takes us, right?
Well, as long as it's great, it's eventually going to grow.
Exactly. And
it takes time.
You said about, you mentioned about rewards. Rewards are literally, it's not the money that I earn, or it's the reviews that I get, to be honest with you. Like once everybody is eating my food, yeah, I mean, they have paid for it. But like, when someone truly appreciates your food, it gives you a different vibe, like when, because your family doesn't really want to hurt you. Like they're just going to be like, even if you make like shit food, like they're just going to be, oh, it's so perfect, right? And like someone who's going to pay for the meal, they expect, top notch kind of thing. And when that you've delivered that, and a client like, messages back to you, but like, dude, like today's meal was like fire, right? And that just gives you a whole new vibe. Like it just brings you to cloud 9.
Do you have a tagline, by the way? Like Grams 852?
Just
top notch food.
I wish it was top notch. Not yet. I mean, just Grams 852. Yeah.
Okay. Well, next question is, I don't think there's much competitors just yet, right? It's still an emerging industry.
I mean, meal prep in
Hong
Hong
Kong
Kong.
wise.
Yeah, in Hong Kong, meal prep
Yeah.
is quite nouvelle.
Okay.
But in a sense where like I would say after like during COVID, people have started to like recognize more on their health. Like people have started taking care of themselves, and so all these meal preps are just emerging. Like, and I think in the span of just like last six to 8 months, like 2 new meal prep companies have just opened up. Previously, it was just Nosh and Kitchen, which is like the king of these industries, right? Mm-hmm. They've been here for a while, but the thing is, now there's a lot of new, because people have starting, like there's more and more need of it,
Okay.
So now there's more demand and supply of it.
Because the actual question was, what do you think your competitors' approach is to this industry? What do you think of, actually?
I mean, for them, it's just simple food. Like, it's just like a simple meal. But for me, because for me, before I got into the health industry, I'm a chef. So for me, it's all about the flavor. For a genuine meal prep company, it's just about, you got your macros covered. That's all. Like it could be chicken, boiled broccolis, couscous or like brown rice. And if it covers the calories, 800 calories, they're going to send it away. For me, I don't send anything away until it tastes good. So it's really tough for me, because I got to keep it tasting good and I got to keep it healthy as well. And that sometimes, obviously I can't use a lot of like artificial flavors, or I can't use a lot of sauces, because that is an additional, anything you put in the palate is going to be additional calories. So for me, every day or every week, Saturday when I'm planning the menu for the week, it's really tough for me, because I gotta keep it good, tasting good, and I gotta keep the calories as well. I gotta monitor, both. So it's a really fine line. But for me, like I said, before I worry about the calories, I gotta worry about the taste. Because for me, taste is key. Taste is king. If it doesn't taste good, nothing else matters, because I'm not gonna eat it.
Because we all go back for the taste anyway.
You gotta go back to the taste, right?
We all go back to that dopamine hit, right? So yeah. So I guess that's what you're trying to up in terms of the game.
Yep.
The taste part.
The taste part.
So if Gordon Ramsay was here, bland. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Next question is, what do you feel, on top of what you said about the taste, right? What do you feel makes you unique in terms of your approach compared to, if not Hong Kong's competitors only, globally? How would you like to brand yourself?
We are actually like, since we're just a startup, I think for us, we're quite close to our clients. It's just not that, you bought the meal and like I brush off. Like, I actually take the time and like message my clients every day, like, hey, if there's anything you need, or if there's anything that I can improve, like, do let us know. Like, we take each and every feedback on board, and we work on it. So like, we're quite close to our clients every day, in a sense where like, where feedbacks are listened to every day, and if it's good or if it's bad, or what we can do better. And I think with because that's just a startup, and I think it's a startup sense. But like, when you kind of grow like bigger, I feel like you kind of lose touch with your clients. It's just where like, here's your meal, and just like, like when like the client will be like just messaging, and like there's no one actually talking to you. It's just like an automated message, like, oh, we got it, kind of thing. But whereas for me right now, it's not the case. Like, for me, I'm messaging everybody. Anyone at any time of the day can message me directly and be like, look, this is the meal, or this is what I want, this is what I need, and hey, the previous meal was good, the previous meal was bad, and I take on board, and I'm like, okay, I got to give you the better meal, or I got to improve on this.
Okay. All right. So moving on is your experience throughout the process with support and naysayers, and was it balanced out, or was it more on one side?
I mean, for me, the support was more. So I'm the youngest in the family. So let me start with my family first. Usually in a brown family, you're either given like 3 to 4 choices, doctor, lawyer, engineer, or like these kind of choices. For me, I'm the black sheep. Like I literally walked into my parents. I'm like, hey, I want to be a chef, and they were like, cool, do it. And like with my sister, she's in the corporate world. Like two of my sisters in the corporate world. One of my sister is a tutor. So they're all like highly educated. With me, it's just like studies was never my thing. Like it was just never my thing. I always wanted to I literally used to come back from school and the first thing I used to do was watch Gordon Ramsay's videos. That's actually why I think that kind of put the seed in me to become a chef. Initially, just what I over the weekend, I would watch the videos and try to implement of what he's doing. So for me, the support was more, but all through the line, there's going to be a lot of haters, down the line, your food is way too expensive, or your food is you're not there yet, you don't have the quality. You're gonna get a lot of those haters, along the line, but you just got to put your head down and just focus, right? There's going to be haters everywhere. There's going to be people who are going to try to put you down constantly. You just got to focus on your good ones.
It doesn't affect you regardless.
It doesn't affect me because I know if my family doesn't support it, I won't do it. But if my family is right behind me, with whatever I'm doing, I don't really care about the rest of the world. I got my families because I pay my own bills. I don't you're not going to come and talk shit to me and you're not going to pay my bills, right? So I don't why do I have to care about what you got to say?
Okay. After that, why not introduce your meal plans in terms of pricings? Or is it catered to a specific price per person? It's
catered to specific days in a sense. So the high protein, which is what majority of my clients take, because high protein is basically more protein. More protein, less carbs. Initially, less carbs and vegetables. So it's really focused on gaining a muscle and also losing weight at the same time, right? So that's 4,700 for 20 days. That's initially the highest that we have at the moment.
Lunch and dinner.
Lunch and dinner both.
So 40 meals.
40 meals, yeah. We are coming up with new menus very soon. So we'll be doing vegan, we'll be doing, keto diets. We're going to be, understanding different types of diets as well. So we're going to be investing our time in working with different meal plans in that as well. So, keep an eye.
Okay. So for now, that's the only one for
So right now we have vegetarian, high protein, and wellness.
Oh, high protein,
vegetarian. Yeah, vegetarian wellness is for people.
So price is also different for the other two.
So
lower or higher?
So the vegetarian is the lowest because there's no the only protein that I work with is either tofu or paneer. These are the two. So in that sense, vegetarian is the lower of the lowest of all. And then wellness is basically you got your protein, you got your meals, and you got your vegetables and your carbs. So that's slightly high, but it's on the same level as the high protein meal.
Okay, sounds great. Well, is there anything that you're excited about that you don't mind sharing that we can look forward to, or something exciting for next year or the 2 years
new menus? I mean, we change our menu because before I started this industry, when I got into this industry, I've noticed that a lot of the previous meal companies, their meals are pretty much the same round and round. There's barely any changes. They might change 1 or 2 dishes down the line. But what I do is I try to change 2 to 3 weeks. So initially it's half the menu, right? So it's constantly trying new dishes and constantly trying, it's always it's not about the dish that I've already sent out. It's about what's gonna come next. So it's always about new dishes constantly. So right now, as of October, we're gonna have completely new menus, completely new designed meal plans for people to enjoy. So I'm really looking forward to it. Right now the trials are going on. Every day I'm in the kitchen and the trials are going on, and it's kind of chaotic in the kitchen.
Well, a little bit of chaos is better than nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, I guess that's about it. We asked just about every question.
Awesome.
And amazing to know everything about you. And his info going to be in the description box. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, 𝘼𝙗𝙗, Hector Telmo. Don't forget
Delhi Club?
Delhi Club.
𝐼𝙗𝙗𝙗.
I almost said Delhi Kitchen.
Delhi
Club.
Delhi Club.
And 𝐼𝙗𝙗𝙗. Yep. So we out. Pleasure having you.
Thank you, man.
Our aim is to provide value. So if you like what you watched, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'm also a financial advisor based in Hong Kong, so feel free to check the description box for my details and email or DM. And if ever you need video and photography services, the phenomenal videos you're watching right now are filmed by Edry Mendoza. Lastly, if you love hip-hop music, rap, R&B, singing, whichever that sounds amazing to your ears, because I always do a lot of experiments with it, feel free to drop by my channel at SCF Saint or Saint Crossfade. Appreciate you for being part of this episode and more to come. Till next time.